Olá from Portugal. My name is Pêgo from the project Plasticus maritimus, and I wanted to show you my beach. Now is high tide, but when the tide is low, there's an amazing world under this water. Here is the place where I learned to love the ocean, and also the place where I discovered a new species that is invading the old beaches in the world, Plasticus maritimus. I gave this name because I wanted to make it real, with a real scientific name as other species. So, since I was a little girl, I started collecting treasures from the beach. Treasures that I use to my workshops with kids and to make them love the ocean in the way that I do. So, I have got some parts of crabs, for example, sea urchins, and many other things. I have a huge collection from the beach, and some nice shells that I used to teach about the ocean. But in the last few years, when I started noticing that there was a new species on the beach, I started collecting plastic objects that I find on the beach. And it's amazing the amount of different kinds of plastic. So I started collecting, thinking that one day I'll make an exhibition with all of these. I want people to see what I'm finding on the beach. So there are very normal objects such as straws and key tips, cotton buds, tampon applicators, combs, many balloons, many pieces of balloons. And also I like to keep a few objects that I don't know exactly what they are, but I like as it is, like this. And I also like the colors. So many times I collect and organize my object. As you can see at the exhibition, you can see that I organize by collections or by colors. So this is the way to engage people with the object that I find. And there are also nice things such as toys, kids' toys, but also things from fisheries. These usually have some hooks and flowers and plants. Many of these objects, I called it Plasticus maritimus vulgaris. And Plasticus maritimus vulgaris is a subspecies of the Plasticus maritimus, and they are objects that we use in our everyday life. Everybody knows these kind of objects. But then there are other objects that you also can find at the exhibition that have nice stories with it. Objects that travel from the other side of the world, such as these kind of tags. This is lobster trap tags, and they have they came from the United States and Canada, from fisheries. This is used for crab fisheries, and people put bite in it, and this is just like a box of bite, and they put it in a crab traps. So, but they lose it, and we can actually find it in Portugal. I find thousands of these. This is escape doors from the traps. These escape doors are for lobster fisheries. So the baby lobster can escape, they can get out, and they just keep the big ones. But the problem is that these break down and they lose it. It floats from Canada and United States until Portugal. But there are also nice things, nice stories. This is not nice because this is a this is a big problem with the plastic pollution. But every year many containers fall out of the boats. There are container spills, accidents, and the things reach beaches around the world. So I have a few stories that you also can find the objects there at the exhibition that are, for example, these cartridge, HP cartridge. This is it was an accident in 2014, and these cartridges are still around. I still find it so many years later. And we also have very old objects that I also like to find because they are old, but it's amazing how long this plastic can be in the ocean. For example, these small bottles of bleach, but also very small toys. I found this one last weekend in my beach here. This is Sylvester. This is from collections from 1960, between 60s and 70s. This was gifts from ice creams. So there are many kind of objects that we can find, but the problem with the plastic is that it's breaking down in small pieces, and so small that we can actually breed. This is a powder, and I can take it off from the nature, but it is in the air we breathe, and in the ocean, and the animals eat it, and then we eat the animals. So this microplastic, this is so tiny pieces that are in animals' body and in our body too. There are a few products that I think we shouldn't use it in the way we do, like styrofoam. Our beaches have lots of styrofoam, and this is very light and very difficult to pick up. Maybe we should ban this. And then, so I've been in this project. I call it project because I try to reach as many people as I can. So I use workshops, I use teachers training, I use exhibitions, and I was very lucky because I had an invitation from a Portuguese publisher, Planeta Tangerina, to write a book about plastic pollution. And the book is Plasticus maritimus, an invasive species, that is now being translated to other languages. And I'm very happy because this is a way of spreading the word and make people think about it and trying to change a few things in our everyday lives. And I like to play with the plastic that I find on the beach as a way of activism or artivism, using art to talk about the problem. But this is not. But this is very, very urgent to pay attention for. It would be nice if we could make a few things in our everyday life. So I hope you enjoy the book, and especially I'm very sad because I can't be at the exhibition, but I hope you like it, and I'm hoping you can help me to spread the word about this subject. Thank you very much. and maybe I can see you one day soon. Thank you.